Good morning, family. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. I'm your humble host, Victor, aka G Money, aka I'm your brother's keeper. It is Sunday. It is December 11th, 2022, and we have football today. I am super excited to be here with you guys today and to talk about some football. If your team is playing today, hit me up. If your team is not playing today, hit me up. If you think your team is going to win today, hit me up. If you think your team is going to lose today, hit me up. 512-539-0686. It's scrolling down at the bottom. It is going to be an awesome day today. Last week's games were pretty good, but I mean, this week's games are just littered with so much how can I put it? Basically, ramifications, playoff ramifications. For example, New York Jets, Buffalo, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Minnesota, Detroit, Philly, New York Giants, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Jacksonville, well, Tennessee. This is Tennessee still 7-5. KC, Denver. KC had been pushed out of prime time due to the fact that they're playing Denver. How terrible is that for KC? Carolina, Seattle. Seattle still has their opportunity to get a playoff berth at 7-5. You also have Tampa Bay, San Francisco at 3:25 p.m. Eastern time today. San Francisco is 8-4, while Tampa Bay is at 500, 6-6. Tom Brady is going back to the place that he loves at Candlestick Park. Or, sorry, is it not Candlestick Park anymore, but I'm going to just say San Francisco. I don't know the stadium. Levi Stadium, excuse me. And you have Miami at Los Angeles Chargers. This is the Tua Herbert Bowl. Basically, would you have drafted Herbert or would you have drafted Tua back then? You got to think about that. And you have New England, Arizona. And we'll go back to the Thursday debacle. I'll talk about that when the LA Rams beat the Las Vegas Raiders. So without further ado, how y'all doing today? How is everyone out there in football land? How's everybody out there in sports land? How y'all doing? How is everybody doing? Welcome to the show. As always, I'm here for you. I'm just here because I love football. I don't claim to be an expert, but I do love the game and I do study the game. So with that being said, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you got to say. 512-539-0686 on Facebook. You can like us on Facebook at Speak on It Sports and NYG Men for Life on Twitter. And you can follow the YouTube channel right there. So let's get into these games, guys. First, we're going to start with the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Oh, excuse me. My little dog here wants to join the program, but I'm going to put him down here. Go sit down over here, man. Sit down over there and stay. So the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. The last time this teams met, the Jets eked out a win on them. I mean, they beat Josh Allen and the vaunted Buffalo Jets, Buffalo Bills uh, offense there. So there's another showdown coming in today, but this time it's in Orchard Park. Buffalo lost to the Jets by 3 on November 5th, 2022. Yeah, we're going to see what's going to happen in this game. You got Sauce Gardner. I think he should be following Diggs the whole way. However, you have some people who, I'll say, not say some people, you have Robert Saleh, their head coach, who doesn't believe that or doesn't think that their number one should follow the other number one receiver throughout the whole game. DJ Reader is on there. Only thing about DJ Reader, he's small. I think he's like 5'9", but he has a big heart. So let's look at the facts of this game. All right. It's at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. All right. The Jets are 22nd in offense, while the Bills are number 2. Jets are 4th in defense, while the Bills are 8th. Jets are 18th in passing. The Bills are 3rd. Jets are 21st in rushing. Bills are 9th. The Bills are top 10 in every category that I just mentioned to you right now. But it's not going to be an easy game for them. I mean, these are interdivisional rivals. They know each other. They know the nuances of each other. They know what each other wants to do. So it's going to be one of those games to where it's going to come down to maybe a field goal or one of those interception, a fumble, a 4th and 1 stop in the other opponent's territory that sets up a game-winning field goal or a touchdown, in my opinion. I don't think this is going to be a blowout. However, we do have Mr. White up there, so we shall see what's going to happen with regard to the game going on there today. I'll give you my picks afterwards. I'm just going to take. I think it's going to be a very interesting game. If you're a Jets fan or Buffalo fan, call in. You got the number. Moving on to Cleveland, Cincinnati. The stats on this game is the winning percentage of this game for Joe Burrow is just a little bit off for me. He's never beat the Cleveland Browns since he's been in the league. Never. I believe he's like 0-4 against the Cleveland Browns, or even more. He's been sacked a bunch of times. He's been go. He's been sacked a bunch of times. Myles Garrett has wreaked havoc on this offensive line. However, the offensive line has gotten better. Not to mention that they're starting to get healthy. Jamar Chase is back. I don't believe T. Higgins is playing today. I got to look at the injury report, but you also have Joe Mixon is going to be back. He's going to be starting. But if he doesn't, you still have Samaje Perine, who's played outstanding in his absence. Cleveland, Deshaun Watson is the big change in this whole thing. Can he come and have a game today? I mean, his first game back, we all knew Deshaun Watson was going to be a little rusty. I mean, but he just looked a little bit awful. I mean, rusty and awful is two different things. He just didn't look like he had any type of continuity with his teammates. And I know he's been, he hasn't been practicing, and that's probably what it is. But I mean, just be an athlete when you go out there and play the game of football that you love, that you've been playing since you were a kid. Just didn't seem like that. I mean, I understand he probably has so much pressure on him right now, but Cleveland is going to be in Cincinnati. And let's go back to see the last time these two teams met. And we're going to look at the score of what transpired here because, Cleveland destroyed them October 31st, 2022, Halloween Day, 32-13. And I believe, I got to look at the stats in this game, but I believe that, I got to look at the stats and see, but here it is. I believe that Jacoby Brissett was 64% completions. Hold on. Nick Chubb. Okay, that's team stats. I'm looking for individual. Hold on. It's total yards. Yeah. Team leaders. I don't want to see team leaders. Yeah. But anyway, I try to get the stats. It only comes up and give me team stats. But anyway, they didn't get it done in that game, and they got destroyed by uh, 19 points. So it's a big difference today. The Bengals have everyone back, uh, minus T. Higgins. I think T. Higgins is might be out. The big thing today is Lyle Collins. We're going to see what's going on with him and Myles Garrett today. Myles Garrett is a man. That is a man out there, and the dude is a beast. And Lyle Collins, you said you came to Cincinnati, and you're gonna block. You're gonna make sure nobody messes with your quarterback, bruh. You better do your job and take care of him because Myles Garrett is coming, and he ain't taking no prisoners. He just gonna be annihilating folks. So moving on to Houston and Dallas. Houston is 1-10-1. I feel so sorry for Lovie Smith. Dallas is 9-3. Dallas should, destroy this team, but I wouldn't sleep on Houston at all. David Sims, I forgot his name. Sims, Stanford quarterback. I think he's going to be coming back to quarterback the team today against Dallas. Damian Pierce or Damon Pierce is a beast of a runner for Houston. Houston needs to run the ball against the Cowboys. Just run the ball. Keep that offense of Dallas off the field. Tony Pollard is going to be let loose today. Dalton Schultz let loose today. CeeDee Lamb, he's going to be okay, but I don't think he's going to be a big factor today. But Schultz, Pollard, they're just going to be running and catching in the red zone. It's going to be crazy today. Houston needs to run the ball, in my opinion. All right, moving on to Minnesota, 10-2, who could clinch a playoff berth today with a win over the gritty 5-7 Detroit Lions. And this is not a gimme game. Hold on, let me get some. This is not a gimme game because Detroit beat my Giants. I mean, they run the ball. And that's one thing that, and they're tough. They're tough. They're gritty. They're unpredictable. They tend to do things outside the box. The offensive coordinator, in my opinion, is very, very. He's very, very intricate in the way he sets up his offensive plays. I love the fact that he puts his players in good positions to effectively execute plays. I like that. I just wish that their defense was a little bit better. I wish they got a better pass rush. I know they got the kid from Michigan, but they need some more help. Offensive line, they always kill themselves with penalties. Minnesota, Kirk Cousins, you're not playing in the you're not playing at prime time. It's at noon, so I have faith in the Minnesota Vikings. Let's see the last time these two teams met, and let's see what the score was. It's probably been a while, so let's see. So the last time these two teams met, the Minnesota Vikings won by 4 points, and it was this year. Sorry, September 24, 2022. And like I said, the Detroit Lions, they're not a bad team. They get themselves in trouble with penalties. And Penny Sewell has a problem with that. Penny Sewell, the Oregon tackle, very, very talented kid, but he just doesn't know how to keep his hands off of the defense. All right, so all right, looking at the game info here, the Vikings are 23rd in offense. Believe it or not, listen to this. The Lions are 10th in offense, total offense. All right, here's another stat here. This is unbelievable. Okay, the Vikings are 30th in defense, and the Lions are 31st in defense. The Vikings are 13th in passing, while the Lions are 10th in passing. The Vikings are 26th in rushing. The Lions are 13th in rushing. So by all accounts, the Lions are better, except by one in defense. total defense. The Vikings are 30th, they're 31st. By all accounts, this should be a game to where the Lions should win. But like I said, matchups, talent, all that comes into effect in this game. So we'll revisit that in a minute. I'm going to skip over Philly, New York. I'll move on to Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Lamar Jackson's not in this game. Tyrone Huntley's going to be starting. Pittsburgh is coming along pretty well. I like the way the kid is playing, the rookie, and the rookie from Pitt. Baltimore, to me, they're just not the same without Lamar Jackson. He's the piston in the engine for this team, and as he goes, they go. Yeah, Huntley is sort of like that, but I don't think he'll be able to do what Lamar Jackson does, and he doesn't have the command of that offense like Lamar Jackson does. So it's going to be a tough game for them. Pittsburgh, run the ball, timely passes, run the ball. Jacksonville, Tennessee. I don't know if Trevor Lawrence is going to play today. He was dealing with some injuries. Tennessee is 7-5. They need to run the ball. Run the ball. King Henry, run the ball. KC and Denver. KC could they could take over first place, depending how in the AFC, depending how Buffalo does today. They're 9-3. They're playing the lowly 3-9 Denver Broncos. In Denver, I don't think Russ is gonna let's ride. No, Russ, you better just take your time and walk. No ride and walk the offense down the field slowly but surely and get some points. This team is awful. All right. I'm going with the last time these two teams played. I don't even look at the game info and see the stats on this because I know it's terrible. I just know it's just okay. Look at this. Right now, the Chiefs are number 1 in offense, while the Broncos are 28th. Chiefs are 14th on defense. The Broncos are 3rd. Chiefs are 1st in passing. The Broncos are 23rd. Chiefs are 18th in rushing, and they're getting better. They have Pacheco in rushing, and they're getting better. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I guess he's in the doghouse. And the Broncos are 25th in rushing. Melvin Gordon, they gave him the old heave-ho. The last time the two teams met was January 7th, 2022, where the Broncos lost to the Kansas City Chiefs 28-24. It's going to be a totally different game. Totally different game today. And if you're a gambling man, take the points on that. Just letting you know. All right, Carolina, Seattle. Seattle needs this game. Carolina's 4-8. They're in total disarray in Carolina. Who's the quarterback? Got rid of Baker Mayfield. Sam Darnold's there. P.J. Johnson. Defensively, I mean, Seattle should win this game. Defensively, however, Seattle's has regressed. Brandon Mebane was a big name. When the Giants played him, he was just a force to be reckoned with. Haven't seen that in the last couple games defensively. Carolina, like I said, they're just in total disarray. It's something it just needs to be looked at. It needs to be looked at, and they need some help there on defense. All right, Tampa Bay, San Francisco. What can I say? You got Tom Brady, the GOAT, versus Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. That is crazy. Tampa 6-6. They can go above 500 for the first time this year. San Francisco's 8-4. They can go 9-4. They can catch up to them Cowboys. They can, get themselves set up for the NFC. This is going to be a good game. It's in Levi Stadium. Brock Purdy just has to run the ball. They have to run the ball. Get Debo in some definitely some end arounds. Look for Brandon Ayuk. Look for George Kittle. George Kittle, in my opinion, needs to get more involved in the passing game. Get George Kittle more involved in the passing game. Definitely get Kyle Juszczyk more involved in the run game too. Let him. Those little short yards should go to him, and give him some on first down. See how many yards he can get. But I like Kyle Juszczyk. Tampa, there's just some type of disconnect between Tom Brady and his whole entire offense. And Mike Evans, I don't know if it's he's getting there and up in age, or just he's getting tired, or Tom Brady and him are just not on the same page. It just doesn't seem like last year with these guys or the year they won the Super Bowl. Leonard Fournette, he's doing his thing still a little bit injury prone. We always known that. I like the new running back that they have back there. However, this kid needs to be more decisive when he's hitting the hole. I watched him stand there, and he stood there and he didn't make a move. And then he reacts. I mean, you have to do both at the same time. Read, react, but you have to continue moving forward. A lot of people aren't like Le'Veon Bell, who can sit there, look, and dance around and then jet up. I mean, Barry Sanders did it. There's few and far people in between that can actually do that. So I'm looking for these guys today to actually run the ball. Brady's he better not try to pass on this team that much, but they are who they are. So we'll see. Miami and the Chargers is going to be an interesting game. This is the I should have drafted you before you bowl. You got Tua and Justin Herbert. Let me set something straight here on this, though. The Giants could have drafted Justin Herbert that year, but we got Saquon Barkley because he went back to school for his, I think it was his senior year, because a lot of people said that he wasn't going to go number one. And this is the thing. A lot of quarterbacks that come out, they want to be the number one pick. Number one pick. They want to be that number one pick. And Tua and this guy, they said people, had Tua ahead of him, and that's because I don't think the Ducks had a good year with him at the helm, and he wanted to come back and change that. But Miami, they're at the Chargers. It's going to be a good game. Chargers got, they don't have a lot of weapons. Austin Eckler, I mean, the guy is just a beast. They're going to be without Mike Williams, I believe, today. One of their another weapon is out. But you have the tight end who's come on, Gerald. But like I said, Austin Eckler to me he's a utility knife, man. If you want him to run, whoop, pop him out. If you want him to catch, whoop, pop him out. You want him to run the ball, whoop, pop him out. I mean, the guy does everything for him. Short yardage, long yardage, catch, run, pass. He'll even throw a pass. I mean, he's a utility knife that I'd love to have in my toolbox because he gets the job done. But like I said, it's a tough task today for them. Not because of Miami's defense, but simply because Miami's offense is just so potent, and they could just score in bunches. So we'll see. All right, New England, Arizona. New England 6-6. Arizona's 4-8. I don't know today if Kyler Murray's playing. I got to see the Week 14 injury report. I'll see what's going on today. All right, well, look at, that's 4 days ago. I don't like that. All right, let's get 1 hour ago. Let's see, more news. 23 hours ago. All right, Week 14 injury report. Let's check this out here. So, all right. All righty then. Okay, they're going off of certain things here. I want to see 14 injury report. All right, all 32 teams here. All right, let's go. All right, I already said Lamar Jackson's going to be out for the Buffalo Bills. He has an injured knee. Matt Milano, injured knee for the Buffalo Bills. That's their linebacker. He's going to be out. Who else? Let me see here. Jesus, my scrolling is killing me. All right, Deontay Foreman, running backs, injury foot. Foreman wasn't sure if he could have been ready last week with a foot injury. T. Higgins, hamstring. Amari Cooper, hip. James Washington has a foot for the Cowboys. Hopefully he'll play. Haven't seen him. Brandon Cooks and Nico Collins, wide receivers for Houston Texans, calf and foot. Yeah, it's going to be tough for them to do today. Jacoby Myers, wide receiver for the New England Patriots, dealing with a concussion. Michael Carter, running back Jets, ankle. TJ Watt, linebacker. Deontay Johnson, wide receiver, Pittsburgh Steelers, are both going to be out today, I believe. Nick Bosa, hamstring. Bosa leads the NFL in sacks. Oh, we'll see what's going on with that. Kenneth Walker, the third running back, Seattle. He had a terrible outing last week. He just couldn't break through. Treylon Burks. Now they said that he didn't. The GM for the Tennessee Titans didn't get fired because of the AJ Brown deal, or the fact that AJ Brown roasted them when Philly played, because you just tried to draft his basically doppelganger, right? But the kid just hasn't done it. He just hasn't done it. It's crazy. All right, Eagles, Giants. Saquon Barkley is dealing with a neck. That may have been the issue all Giants fans are looking at with Saquon, and why he wasn't actually given 110% or 100%. And a lot of times he was backing into a lot of the plays with what he was doing because he might have had that injury to his neck. He's a game time decision. Ask me how a game time decision when you have a neck injury. I don't know. I don't know how you don't know you have. And you can go 4 hours before that with an injury like that. It's just beyond me. It's ridiculous, but we'll see. And we're going to go back to Thursday night, right? Amazon Prime game. This game was indicative of Derek Carr's inability to win a game that they already had in the bag. You understand what I'm saying? And it's so crazy because Baker Mayfield, he basically just got off the bus and said, you know what? Nobody wants me. I've been shipped away twice. Cleveland, Carolina, who's in desperate need of talent, quarterback. They shipped me out, put me on a waiver wire. And the Rams said, you know what? We need somebody to come in. And guess what? He did the damn thing with 3 minutes and some change left in the fourth quarter. Down by 14, 16-3. His team and that defense minus number 99. No Aaron Donald in the middle. No Aaron Donald. Okay. No Cooper Kupp. You have Ben Skoranek throwing the ball at Ben Skoranek and Van Jefferson. And it was just phenomenal to watch him do that. I watched this and I was in awe. Because the fact that he can come in and just be athletic and just play ball. He's basically, you don't want to be thinking too much out there. I guess they didn't want to throw too much at him. Baker, make some plays. You guys, hey, you do a 7 route, 9 route. You're not even draw it. You just draw it up in the sand. Look, you go this way, you go that way, you cut across this way, you do a button hook, you do a slant. You know how we did it when we were kids. And Baker had fun out there. You could see he had fun doing it. And I was happy for him because he's been through a lot. I mean, I know a lot of people think his arrogance, and I'm looking at it, and I think he's a little contrite now because he knows the NFL means not for long. No fun league, not for long. Never forget. It's a what have you done for me lately league. And it's some ebbs and flows because as soon as you high, and you make a mistake, you're low. People don't like you. They love you when you're winning. So it's all about winning. But I really liked what he did. Derek Carr to me is just, you don't throw that interception like that in the end zone. You throw it out of the back of the end zone and allow your team to get 3 points. And this does not happen. He's just bad decisions. Coaches put you in the right position. Jacobs running. It's just terrible watching that. However, anyway, 512-539-0686. Call in, holla at your boy. I'm going to start giving you guys my predictions of the game right now. All right. So let's start back off with the Jets. All right. The Jets in this game, the Jets are 7-5. They're going to Buffalo 9-3. All right. They're going there without Zach Wilson. They got the great white hype. the new quarterback, White. This is going to be a close game, just like I said. The teams they know each other. However, I have Buffalo winning this game. I think it's going to be a field goal that they win this game. Jets defense up front is going to shut that run down, and they're going to neutralize the run game. However, Josh Allen does make some big runs in this play. In this game, and it's going to be the difference today. Moving on to Cleveland, Cincinnati. This is an interesting game to me. Like I said, Cincinnati has not beat Cleveland. Excuse me. Joe Burrow has not beat Cleveland since he's been in the league, but he gets his win today. Let me tell you, Cincinnati has won 6 straight. Cincinnati is 8-4. They're almost going to have 9 wins. This team was almost in the basement, but they're getting healthy. The defense is playing better. I mean, they're gonna win this game. Not by a lot. Like I said, these teams know each other. They're going to win this game. And it's going to be interesting to see. Jamar Chase, I think he's going to have a great game today. All right, Houston, Dallas. Shall I say more? Houston, they don't even have Nico Collins. They don't have Brandon Cooks. I don't know who they throwing the ball to. Dallas going to set up for the stop the run. It's going to be a bad day for Houston. Dallas by a lot. Minnesota, Detroit. This is another close game. Minnesota is 10-2, can clinch a playoff berth today. Detroit is 5-7. Don't sleep on Detroit in this game. I'm telling you right now, they're home too. They have nothing to lose. They're going to pull out all the stops today. All right. However, I got Minnesota winning this game. I just think there's too much Justin Jefferson. I just think there's too much gritty. Like I said, this game is going to be a 6 to 3 point game. I have Minnesota winning this game. All right. Philly and the New York Giants. All right. Philly is 11-1. Philly can basically get a playoff berth today as well. They'll be 12-1 if they win. The Giants, if they lose today, 7-5-1. They'll be at the bottom of the wild card game. That's depending on what the Redskins they play next week, and the Cowboys and the Eagles they expect them to win their games. So they'll be below or tied with the Washington Redskins, but any other team could move up, like a Seattle or something like that. The Giants could be out of the playoff picture or the wild card altogether if they lose today. However, they do play the Washington Redskins next week in Washington, the team they tied with. This is a no-brainer today. Saquon Barkley, I don't think he's going to play today. The Giants need to be consistent. No fumbles by Daniel Jones. No silly passes by Daniel Jones. Wide receivers need to get open. Daniel Bellinger needs to become more of a focal point on offense. I'm telling you that this team is setting up to stop the run. That bootleg, they're looking for it today. So do not bring it out unless it's warranted in a place that they don't think we're going to run it. We get in the red zone, we got to score touchdowns. No field goals. Okay. Defensively, the RPO is extremely hard. All right. Run pass option is extremely hard to stop if you have a quarterback such as Jalen Hurts, who runs it to perfection. But there is a way you can slow it down. Listen, there's a way you can slow it down. We all know the mesh point between the quarterback and the running back happens like this. Boom. I was always told as a defensive end when I was going, if you can't make it to the mesh point or whatever, you make it to the mesh point, you make the quarterback hand it off. But guess what? You let him know you was there. You let the quarterback know you was there, and you keep letting them know you was there. And guess what? He gonna stop running the ball. Okay? He'll keep handing it off. He'll keep handing it off. And you just keep hammering him, Let him hand the ball off. Okay? Let Miles Sanders run. You take him out of the equation, and you still have your people to actually make the play. Because guess what? If he runs the ball, you got a guy that's unblocked, blocking for him. You know what I'm saying? Well, not unblocked, an extra blocker out there, and he's just running around. So you have to do that. It's going to be difficult. I mean, Quez Watkins might have a great game today because he's like the third wide receiver. AJ Brown, you got Johnson. I mean, this is crazy. They have I think Dallas Goedert's coming back. I don't know, but they have It's abundant of riches. I mean, it's just stupid. Adamakin Sue, Fletcher Cox. I mean, they got everybody on that squad. I mean, Harry Roseman is just, I don't know where he's getting his bag from, but he's digging in it and he's getting all these players. They're going in for 1 year, all these players. I'm telling you right now. Like I said, the Giants, are they going to win this game? No. I'm not going to sit there and give you no fandom. They're not going to win this game. Okay? Now, can they win this game? They can, but they're not going to win this game, in my opinion. And that's just me being being a football head, not a fan. I don't have fandom on my brain. I'm smart because I'm looking at the landscape, and the Giants don't play well at home anyway. We'll see what's going to happen here today. So Baltimore, Pittsburgh. I got Pittsburgh in this game. Kenny Pickett. I think he's okay, especially since they're at home. He feels better at home. You can see he's more comfortable at home. He doesn't have to go on the road. Game plan is going to be well thought out by Mike Tomlin and crew, and they're going to run the ball. Najee Harris. They're going against Baltimore without without Lamar Jackson, and it's just going to be, in my opinion, a lot easier, for them if Lamar Jackson isn't there. So I got Pittsburgh winning this game. Not by a lot though, maybe about 6 or 7 points. Jacksonville, Tennessee. All right, depending on how this game goes. Depending on how this game goes, Trevor Lawrence plays. It's be closer, but I got Tennessee winning this game. They got to continuously put King Henry in position to run the ball. And if Jacksonville, if they want to win this game, they have to stop him in the backfield. If you ever notice, King Henry, he's 8 yards deep behind the line of scrimmage. That's so he can get that locomotion going. You ever notice that when you start a locomotive, but once it gets going, it's hard to stop. However, if you got a locomotive and it just starts going, you could probably push it and it'll stop. Okay, that's what they need to do to him. However, I don't think that's going to happen today, despite them having a lot of good defensive players up on the front. Walker, Jax. I just don't think that Tennessee offensively is going to be able to get it done because of the fact that, in my opinion, that King Henry's he's gonna run today like a wild animal today and chew up some yards. All right, KC Denver. Do I even need to talk about this? I mean, let's ride. Like I said, he needs to walk. Don't ride. He needs to walk. KC, I mean, just don't fumble the ball. I mean, make smart plays. That's it. Run the ball. That's it. KC winning this game. Take the spread. All right, Carolina, Seattle. I got Carolina losing this game to Seattle. Seattle needs this game. Seattle's going to run this ball heavy. They're going to look at defensively. They're just going to PJ Johnson or whoever starts today is going to have a bad day. I don't think they're going to be doing good today. Tampa Bay, San Francisco is going to be a good game. Brock Purdy's going up against his idol and Tom Brady. Let me tell you something. Tell you what Allen Iverson said to everyone. He said when he walked onto the court and played the Chicago Bulls for the first time, he looked at Michael Jordan. He looked at his idol. That's the guy he grew up loving. He said, man, I wanted to be like Mike. He said Michael Jordan came out. He had on the Jordans, and I could see his aura. I could see, like, when Dave Chappelle did that thing on Rick James and Charlie Murphy said he came in, he saw his aura. That's what I saw with Mike, man. And then he had on the Jordans. Man, I was like starstruck. But when the ball bounced up, it all went away because we just hooping. And that's how you got to do. You got to go against Tom Brady because guess what? Brady going to give you all that love. Oh, nice to see you in the NFL. You're a good quarterback. Keep going. But he going to try to rip your throat out. Brady is not going to show you no mercy. He's not going to do anything. Brady is going for the jugular vein, and he's going to try to get a win. So, Brock, you need to do the same thing. And I think y'all going to come out with the win today because San Francisco's just tough, man. San Francisco's tough. And I'm talking offensively tough. You got Debo, Ayuk, CMC. I mean, just stay within yourself, Brock. Don't try to be a hero, and you'll win this game. Too easy. And you guys will be 9-4. Miami, the Los Angeles Chargers. Um, to me, this is going to be it's going to be a track meet, in my opinion. And I think that the Miami Dolphins, they're just faster. They're going to be on the track longer. Um, I think they're going to outscore the LA Chargers. Chargers got a good defense. Bosa's not going to be playing today, I don't think, because he has a groin injury, and that's just going to give Tua more time in the pocket to find these guys running around, just running fast. Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Mike Gesicki, all these guys running around. So I got Miami winning this game. All right, New England at Arizona. I don't like anything about Arizona except Buda Baker. Buda Baker and the running back that used to be Connor, used to run for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's the only thing I like about them. I don't like their coach. I don't like Kyle Murray. D Hop too, DeAndre Hopkins. I like Hopkins. Anything else about that? I don't like the organization. Now that has nothing to do with they're losing or anything like that, or winning. But I think New England is just defensively. Belichick's he's going to neutralize whoever is up there. If it's Colt McCoy or if it's Kyler Murray, they're going to set him up to where it's going to be a problem for them. I don't think it's going to be a big score, maybe around 3 points or 10 points, three or 7 points, not 10, 3 or 7 points that they win by New England, but they win nonetheless. So, all right, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time, 512-539-0686. Call in if you want to talk about your team. I'm here to discuss that. Oh, so let's talk about one thing here. Let's talk about did you think the Heisman voting was correct? Who did you think should have won the Heisman? Should have won the Heisman Trophy. I don't know. I don't know. Do you think Caleb Williams should have won the Heisman Trophy? So they're gonna say, why did Caleb Williams win the Heisman Trophy? Oh, look at the okay. Okay, Heisman first place votes. Woo! Caleb Williams had 544 first place votes. Max Duggan had 188. CJ Stroud 37. And we knew Stetson Bennett wasn't going to make it because Stetson Bennett, he's a good quarterback, but he's just not the reason that team is the reason they're winning. Let's see here. Ooh, Caleb had that that Heisman moment right there. He did. Oh, he fell out. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know. The Heisman Trophy this year just didn't seem like it was like even remotely interesting. I didn't really, and it's always quarterbacks. I mean, it's always quarterbacks. So whatever with that. So all right, guys. With that being said, um, enjoy football today. Enjoy it. And I hope your team wins. If you're a Giants fan, this is a tough week for us. Actually a tough down the stretch. So we play Philly, we play Washington, we play Minnesota, and then we go to Philly. We need all these games. Every game we need. Think about that. If we lose every game right now, we'd be 7-9-1. Woo. I mean, granted, it's tons better than we did last year. 7-9-1 though. In my opinion, it'd be a failure though. Just wasting these athletes' time. We need to overhaul some stuff. But I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I think if we do what we need to do, we should win the game. However, Philly's just full of everything. They got everybody on that squad. So with that being said, hey guys, I love you. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. You got the number that's scrolling right here, right? Lock this number in, okay? 512-539-0686. Facebook at Speak On It Sports. Twitter at NYG Men for Life. And subscribe to the YouTube channel for some more fun content. and some more fun conversations with me. And I'd like to hear from you, the fans out there. And I want to hear what you got to say about your team and where you think your team is going. All right. That being said, I love you guys. Have a blessed Sunday. And I'm out.